Looking for stories that are fresh and new? Dark fantasy, humor, space exploration, time travel, cyberpunk, alternate history, and more. They're in the L. Ron Hubbard Presents Writers of the Future anthology from 24 award-winning authors and illustrators, plus art and writing tips and bonus stories. L. Ron Hubbard Presents Writers of the Future. Buy your copy at galaxypress.com, Amazon, or wherever books are sold.
Looking for something new in dark fantasy, humor, space exploration, time travel, alternative history? They're in the L. Ron Hubbard Presents Writers of the Future anthology. Get the 10-volume box set with 159 stories and full-color illustrations plus 34 articles with writings and art tips. Get the UPRN discount, $125 for the entire box set. That's a $60 savings for that beautiful box set. L. Ron Hubbard Presents Writers of the Future. Go to uprntalkradio.com, click on the link, and
Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the show Into the Night with me, Sean Kelly. How is everybody doing today? I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. I sure did. When I was talking about my son who came out about, I think close to about 7-8 months ago, and he showed me a picture of his partner, and you know what? When he showed me that, I was just like so happy for that because, hey, Tony, good to see you, pal. So it was so good to see, and he seemed a lot more relaxed and outgoing and outspoken about it. So it was all good. I had a nice, quiet Christmas, and I got a lot of sleep because, boy, was I tired. Was I very tired. I want to tell everybody that my show Into the Night is on UPRN Talk Radio, 105.3 New Orleans, 107.7 Mississippi. And next January, December 31st on New Year's. Hey, Cindy, good to see you, buddy. Thank you for coming on the show. But December 31st, Sunday, I will have a live show. So I will have a New Year's Eve show. I don't know what to talk about. I said the other day about resolutions and something. I don't know. Whatever comes up. But it's going to be the end of the year show. And, starting off January 2nd, I'll be, starting Into the Night on a brand new year. Sebastian Moran, great that you had a good Christmas with your son, Sean. Good for you, sir. Thank you very much for that nice compliment, Sebastian. It was a really, really nice one. And he's in for the week. So tomorrow I just work a half a day. So I will be spending tomorrow afternoon with him, and we'll go out and eat and, reminisce, catch up on some stuff and go from there. Usually we talk about football, because he's really big into the Pittsburgh Steelers, just like I am. But you know what, everybody, tonight we're going to talk about, it's going to be a question and answer show. So if anybody out there has any question at all, feel free to put it in the chat and we can answer it. But I do want to talk about, too, the past year, 2023. It was a crazy year. It really, really was a crazy year. A lot of political situations that had happened. There was something of, we talked Nassau. Cindy Mitch, that's so great to have time with your son. It is, Cindy, because he lives out in Indianapolis, and very rarely he ever gets to come home. But I'm grateful that he did come home for Christmas. I'm just so proud of him. He's got a good job. He got the chance to go to China for his job, and it was just great. I mean, I don't know. It's always a blessing to have him around. We had birthday cake for my mom. But 2023, how was everybody's 2023? Tony, Cindy, Sebastian, how was or anybody who's in the chat? Hey, Virginia, good to see you. Huh, good to see you, Virginia. Virginia seems, hey, buddy, hey, Squatch. Guess what, Squatch? I'm trying to get a couple people about Bigfoot, uh, the Bigfoot shows early January. So I'm kind of looking for trying to find some people that will come on the show and talk about Bigfoot because we haven't really talked about that lately, or the Dogman or vampires, um, stuff like that. I think Kaysen, because I was a guest on Jenny's show, you had a great 2023. I'm glad to hear that. Would you like to share about it, Cindy, if you want? Just type your into the chat and then I'll put it up on the screen and we can read it for everybody. But for me, 2023 was a little bit crazy. So many things. It was just like it got to the point in March or April that it was like I was at a crossroad, but more than like 3 or 4 roads. It was like 8 roads. And so, there was many a times that I choose the wrong road in 2023, and I ran into some difficulties personally, UPRN stuff, and I know you're in on Sasquatch, brother. We'll have to talk later on, dude. Maybe get you on there. But I somehow made it through, somehow I made it through this year. And I mean, there were times that I was like pulling hair out of my head and, letting, the beard get wider and wider. As you can tell on every show, the beard gets wider and wider. It's because all the stuff that has happened in the years and in the year. And I don't know. I'm just, I really can't say is 2024 going to be a good year. I hope and pray that it will be. Who knows what's going to happen, and you know what, I come back and I think about how I expect things to happen, especially in 2023, dude. It wasn't what I expected it to be. So as I go on to 2024 this year, I just made up my mind that I'm not going to make resolutions, no nothing like that. I'm just going to go in, jump in it with 2 feet and see what the hell happens. But I'm really excited though for the radio show into the night. I'm still going to be on Sunday nights, 8 to 9, and Tuesday nights, 8 to 9. Okay, Cindy has some. Hold on one second. Cindy brought up, she says, my daughter Tiffany started a new job and she can come home more often. So that made my year amazing. That is awesome. Awesome. And I know what you mean, Tiff, because like my son was crazy because with him, he did 12 years of regular school. And then to get what he had to get, what he masters in or his doctorate, he had to go to 12 years of college. Can you imagine? Can you imagine going to 12 years of college? Not me. Virginia says it was good. I saw my son, daughter-in-law, and granddaughter had a nice time. That's cool, Sebastian. I'm glad to hear that. And Virginia says that she is turning the corner, thank God. And it's only going to get better. It's only going to get better for everybody. I truly, truly believe that. But back to 2023, I don't know. I learned. I did learn a lot this year. I did. I learned a lot. I learned who I can trust and I learned who I could not trust. And I learned that people who are, your dear friends out there, they, really wish you happiness in that, and try to give you a pat on the backs when you need it. And you know what? They never come. So I learned that. I learned not to trust people. And you know what, everybody? That might sound like, oh God, you're bad, Sean. That's no good. But for me, it is. Okay. For me, it is because I really can't trust nobody no more. And that's a fact. You know, so I take people with a grain of salt and I listen to what they have to say. And you know what? I got to go with it. It is a hard lesson, Virginia. It's a real hard lesson. But you know what? They do say that you grow and you continue growing. I'm 61 and I'm still growing. You know what I mean? Um, but that's going to be okay. You know, I believe that God or spirit, whoever you believe in, puts things in front of you. And instead of you like say, hey, God, help me get through this, he like says, no, Sean, I'm here to help you, but you have to deal with the situation. I can't always make your choices for you. Now, everybody out there in the chat room, Sebastian, Virginia, Cindy, what did you guys get for Christmas? What did you get for Christmas? Um, what did I get? My son's good at getting me coats. Every year I get a good coat, Carhartt coats. So I have about 5 or 6 of them right now, and I kind of like them. So, but I think I'm going to be donating a couple of them, to like the Sisters of the Poor, or Goodwill, whatever. But so it's good. Cindy Mitch says, Sean, I'm the same way. We are number one. We have to have a peaceful life. Sean, you are on my path. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot to me, Cindy. I feel honored that. I feel honored that you said that. Thank you. Well, don't get me wrong. I mean, there's a lot of good people I have met, you know, and the people who come listen to my show every Sunday and Tuesday night, to me, you know what? They're really, really close. I heard a saying the other day, family is not by blood only. Family is friends that you get along a lot better than you do your own regular family. And I believe that. I believe it. And everybody that comes in, Cindy, Virginia, um, Sebastian, my boy Greg didn't come in yet. Um, you know, so but you guys are close. I'm closer to you guys than I am to a lot of my family members. Now, Virginia said she got a new coat, lighting for my future recording podcast slash YouTube. Awesome. So, have you worked with all that stuff yet? It's crazy, because all it took for me when I first started was a ring light in this. I got a good camera here. It's good for me, and that's all you need. But I really hope so, Virginia. I hope that your podcasts and your recordings do good. I hope they definitely do work out for you. So I'm glad that 2023 is coming to an end. Okay, and I I'm not wishing, I'm not hoping, but I believe that things are going to be a hell of a lot better in 2024. Okay. Um, you know, and what I expect to see in 2024 is a little bit more paranormal investigations. Okay. Definitely. I think I'm going to go back out, do some stuff on my own, and just to go out and just do it again, go to places that I like, not go and do like private residences or anything like that. Just go out and grab a camera and an EVP and go out and do some investigations. I haven't really read anything up about the paranormal for the 2020 during 2023. I know that there was a lot of things talked about the UFOs, and now they call it UAPs and stuff like that, alien technology, AI technology. My question to everybody out there, do you all believe in aliens? Do you believe in UFOs? Bigfoot? Please tell me. I know Squatch believes it, and you know what? To be honest with you, and I tell everybody this, I'm on the line when it comes to the UFO and aliens. And what I mean is, when I'm on the line with it, it's like, okay, I know they exist, right? But for me to totally come out and say, yeah, there are aliens and UFOs, I have to actually see one in person. I do. Or I have to see the UFO land in my backyard to actually say and then say, hey, yeah, you guys do exist. But you know what? I don't know if that time is going to come or not. If it does, it does. But don't get me wrong, with being on podcasts for over 4 years now, okay, and have all those people, experts that were on the shows. I have no doubt, mind they do exist. Same way with Bigfoot and squats. And why am I just drawing a blank right here? Don't you hate that? You want something to say, and you're ready to say it, and all of a sudden you forget what you want to say. That's craziness. But I don't know if that's considered old age or what. I don't know. But when it comes to the dogmen, aliens, UFOs, Bigfoot, ghosts, demons, okay, um, there's more to investigate. There's more to get to know what to do. But I've really, really never kept up with any of that stuff in 2023. But all I know is that the NASA and the government came out with those UFO pictures and videos and stuff like that, and they still don't say that they exist or not. Cindy Mitch, hey Howie Odell, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. I hope you had a nice Christmas. Cindy, yes, she believes. That's good. Cindy, do you believe in Bigfoot, squatches, and stuff like that? Out of respect for the Bigfoot, would you rather call them Scotsmen, or Bigfoots? That's a good question to ask everybody. That's a good question. I don't know. I just call them Bigfoot or Sasquatch or certain entities. It all depends on where I'm at and who I'm talking to. But what's going to happen? Is there anybody out there that have any questions that they would like to answer here? I'm kind of running out of things to say here, so if someone could come up with a question about anything. Howie says, thank you, sir. It was, and I am happy to catch you the show. Thank you. I'm glad you did, buddy. I'm glad you did. Virginia says that she definitely believes in their existence. Cindy Mitch says, yes, I do believe in Bigfoot. My ex-husband, Casey Mahoney, seen him. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Do you guys still talk? Because I would, like to talk to him about getting him on the show and getting you on the show and talk about it, about seeing the Bigfoot. That would be a very, very interesting show. I would enjoy that. Howie says, well, son, let me ask, what do you feel about the connection between the paranormal spiritual and alien activity? Very, very good question there, buddy. I really truly believe that the paranormal and the spiritual are all connected. Okay. They are definitely connected. They're like side by side. They're like yin and yang. Okay. Now, I've listened to people and I've read up on some stuff about the aliens. Um, trying to be paranormal. Now you can get like a group of people saying yes, they are aliens are paranormal. Then you get a group of people that say aliens are not a group of people. The way I look at the alien situation, that they are not paranormal. They're not. Um, and the reason why is because I understand that what aliens are and the UFOs. There's like so many different types of aliens out there, and it's not paranormal. Is like, and I was in the field for over 30 years, and you know, going paranormal, um, you go to a place that you don't know what could be there. You know what I mean? Um, and there could be, and when you see the spirits, the ghosts or spirits, however you want to call it, in the spiritual part, them two are merged, naked, yin and yang on that one. I hope that kind of answered your question, I guess. Uh, Thank you, Mandy. Mandy sent me a message. Cindy Mitch says, yes, he was in your lives a few times. That's cool. Oh, wow, that's cool. I'm glad I did, Howie. Now, you know what? Speaking of, and she just brought it up, um, you know, and this is out to you, Cindy, if you could talk to him. Whenever he had that Bigfoot sighting, was there a lot of UFO activity happening? And that's a biggie, okay? Because there's a lot of people that think that the UFO is somehow connected with the Bigfoot. Now, that's another big debate in uh, Bigfoot world or Bigfoot community and alien community. If you want my own personal opinion, I believe that the Bigfoot and the UFOs, the aliens are part of, are together. Because if you look at all the sightings that people have seen, and they've seen them, and all of a sudden they just disappear, gone from the face of the earth. They're not around. I mean, I don't care how fast you are. If you see one and 3 minutes, 3 seconds later, you don't see them all. Where did they go? I believe they went to the portal. I know David Paulides, he came up with a show. I think it was him. It was called The Missing 411. If you really, really honestly want to watch about, yes, they are interdimensional. Yes, sir. Sebastian says, I don't think Bigfoot is a type of great ape. I don't believe so either, Sebastian. I don't. I don't believe that at all. I believe that that they were like kind of like man-made, or alien-made. Michael Anthony, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Welcome to the show. It's good to see you. But when it comes down to the Bigfoot and the UFO aliens, um, I believe they coexist with each other. You know. So it is 8:33, and you know what that means. According to the network, I have to take a minute and a half break. So if you have to go to the bathroom or go grab a quick smoke, happy holidays to you, Mike. I'm going to take a minute and a half, and I'll be back.
Looking for something new in dark fantasy, humor, space exploration, time travel, alternative history? They're in the L. Ron Hubbard Presents Writers of the Future anthology. Get the 10-volume box set with 159 stories and full color illustrations plus 34 articles with writings and art tips. Get the UPRN discount, $125 for the entire box set. That's a $60 savings for that beautiful box set. L. Ron Hubbard Presents Writers of the Future. Go to uprntalkradio.com, click on the link, and place your...
Looking for stories that are fresh and new? Dark fantasy, humor, space exploration, time travel, cyberpunk, alternate history, and more. They're in the L. Ron Hubbard Presents Writers of the Future anthology from 24 award-winning authors and illustrators, plus art and writing tips and bonus stories. L. Ron Hubbard Presents Writers of the Future. Buy your copy at galaxypress.com, Amazon, or wherever books are sold.
Well, hey, welcome back to everybody into the night with me, Sean Kelly. I am on UPRN Talk Radio, 105.3 New Orleans, 107.7 Mississippi. And I also want to thank Carnation for sponsoring the show tonight. So, Howie, back to what we were talking about. A recap real quick. 2023 was terrible for me, but eventually, hopefully, 2024 will be a little better. And we were talking about Bigfoot and UFO aliens. Do they like kind of coexist? And I believe that they do. I believe that the Bigfoot, whenever somebody sees a sighting on a Bigfoot, that they actually are related because they go into an interdimensional thing. So my friend Howie Odell says here, he has a question. And, if anybody else has an answer for it, please feel free to, put your 2 cents in. That would be appreciative. Howie says, let me ask this. Do you feel some of the cryptics are man-made, such as this massive shark or unusual creatures that have been coming out and seen dramatically over the last 10 years? Very good question. Michael Anthony says 1973 supports that. And I don't know about that massive shark. What they call megalodons. I don't believe they are. I know there are some weird, strange animals out there that I've seen that come out of the ocean that kind of like are not man-made. I don't believe that. It's possible that they actually probably had like underground volcanic eruptions, and all of a sudden with the ocean opening up, Michael says there's mass reports of strangeness. Yes. I think was it you that shared that, Michael, about that one ugly looking fish that was caught on the boat? That actually looked like had a big nose or something like that. I don't know. I've seen a lot of crazy and unusual things there, Howie. But as the cryptics, the only one that I can actually explain would probably be Bigfoot. Now, a lot of people say that, a lot of people believe that, what's the one down in West Virginia, down there, the Mothman, they claim that there was a lot of, not uranium, but there was a lot of bad stuff down there. And they believe that a man just got soaked in this stuff and he became the Mothman. Do I believe in the Mothman? I don't know. Again, that's something that I would have to investigate to to check it out. Maybe I'll put that on my bucket list for 2024. Cindy Mitch says, my daughter Tiffany would love someone to do a show on that megalodon. Okay, hold on, Mike. I'll link you. Let me get you on here, buddy. Hold on. Okay, I don't know. I'm sending my friend Michael a list. Uh, oh, where you at, Mike? Hmm. Okay. All right. Uh, okay. Hold on. I'm still trying to send it to Michael in Messenger there. But hold on. Hmm. Huh. Hmm. Uh, Michael, man, I'm trying to link you to the show. It just ain't working, buddy. Um, I don't know. I put your name in, it ain't happening. I'll try to get you there. Um, okay. Okay. Hold on a sec. Cindy says, my daughter Tiffany would love someone to do a show on the Megalodon. You know what? That's pretty cool. Maybe that could happen. Maybe we can find somebody that can actually knows a little bit more on that, on the Megalodon. Um, so that's a really interesting show. Does anybody have any other um, ideas or about cryptids or stuff like that? You know, who knows? I hope they do. I don't know. I just drew a blank. It's really crazy. I just drew a blank. So also, okay, I'm really trying to pull words out of my mouth. I'm being honest with you guys. My mind just went blank. But I was also wondering and thinking about doing this show. If anybody could help me out on this, um, I would like to, talk about the people of the Appalachians or Appalachia Mountains. You know, I always have a fixation on those because when I go down to North Carolina and I go down into Virginia, I always go through them. And I'm telling you what, they're like kind of eerie. It's a kind of creepy feeling going through those. Um, but I don't know. Um, I do not know. Okay, I just lost train of thought. So help me out there, guys. Help me out there, son. Maybe a show on voodoo spells. That would be a good idea. I'm writing these down, voodoo spells. Now, what's crazy about voodoo is that, down in New Orleans, they have a lot of voodoo priestesses down there. And I can always contact Joe and see if he could hook me one up so I can bring her on the show. New Orleans for me, okay. Um, there is a lot of that voodoo and hoodoo stuff that goes on down there, and to me, I think it's very interesting because you think that that this religion actually, um, has a lot of the Catholic priests or Catholic saints that are part of the spells. Let me ask anybody out there right now: do you all believe that the voodoo is a very decent or scary religion? You know, me personally, I believe that. Me personally, I believe if somebody believes in something You know, it don't have to be Catholicism. It don't have to be Buddha or any other kind of religion. But if there's somebody out there that you believe in, then go for it, because it's not right for me to um, judge anybody what their beliefs are. If it makes you feel good and it makes you get going, you know, and feeling good, then go for it. Howie says he thinks it's based on in an attempt to use of the magic. Okay. That's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting. Does people believe in magic? Is magic for real? Anyone believe in magic? Now, you talk to a lot of my Wiccan friends, you know, that do spells. Yes, they do believe they work. And they do it. But to me, I think that um, if someone puts a spell on you, in order to fight that spell, then you know you just don't have to like believe in it. I guess I don't know, but I plan on having. Virginia says as long as it's not harming people. True. Now, from what I understand, Cindy believes it's real. Okay, that's good. Uh, Howie says, I think it is. It also depends on our intent and manifesting, as well as our ability to believe in the thought. That's true, Howie. Now, you know, I manifest, or because we talked about that recently, about manifesting things. And I guess there's people that manifest money, they're going to get money. I don't know. You know, I'm not really up to par on that stuff. I really had no experience or actually talked to people about it. But when it comes to spells, other Wiccans, other witches, friends of mine, they actually told me that there are spells put upon me, you know, and usually they lift, you know, they lift them. But why would you want to put a spell on somebody to hurt them? You know, that's what really bugs me about these spells. Now I'm sure there's people that need love spells, you know, and they make love spells, and all of a sudden, everybody's in love with the person who you know put out that love spell. I mean, to me, you're dealing with fire when you do that. When you're dealing with magic stuff, you're dealing with it, and if you're not well taught, okay, I'm going to try this again real quick. I'm going to try again, Mike. Hold on. Um, Let me see. I'm going to try to send. I don't know. I hope you all can still hear me. Let me see. Michael. Michael. Anthony. Huh. Huh. It's not. It's not showing me, dude. Huh. No, I don't know. Hold on one second. Okay. Thanks, Mike. Mike, I've seriously been trying to send you a link to it through Messenger, and I can't. But I'd like to get you on my show uh, in the first, you know, January 2nd, if you're up for it, um, or sometime in January. I'd like to get you up and, you know, clear the air, because my friend Michael Anthony down there, he really knows all kinds of stuff, and I learned a lot from him. So hopefully you can come on the show, Mike, and we can do a show on some of the stuff about Bigfoots and stuff like that. But because we are getting close to the end of the time of the show, and okay, let's see if we can go this way. All right, hold on. All right, let's try that again now. All right, got about 10 minutes left. I'm going to try to send you in. We got about 10 minutes, Michael, when you come on. All right, let's try it again. There we go. All right, Mike, just sent you the link, dude, through Messenger. Just sent you the link, so hopefully you can get on. So we got about 20 more minutes because there's another show that comes on that will be coming on after me, but definitely going to get Michael on, and we're going to have a good show about stuff. Okay. So anybody? Okay, here we go. There he is. There he is. Got him. Hey, Mike.
Wow. I don't know what's going on. We won't get into that, but how are you not on my friends list?
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
How can I talk to you on Messenger? I don't understand. Well, whatever. You know what they do to me.
Right.
I wonder how many. Now it brings up that element of no wonder I'm not talking to as many people as I once used to.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know. Social anxiety. I have a lot of happy holidays to you, brother. I miss you.
Yeah. Yes. Happy holidays to you too, my friend.
Everything go nice?
Everything went great. Son came in, he came out, about 7-8 months ago, and then he showed me a picture of his partner, and they seem to be happy, and he's more relaxed now. So everything's pretty cool.
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. I mean that. Yeah, everybody deserves freedom and love and self-expression and all. I'm always for that. But I was really intrigued on some of the things that you were getting questions to and whatnot. And I said 1973 because there's a lot of support to that, especially where you and I live in Pennsylvania, that we had an outbreak of ufology and reports and Bigfoot events and the white man, as we call, some call him the Alabama white thing, is Bigfoot, but also here in Pennsylvania, whether it's a shedding of coat. And that's not coming from me, from my brain. That is things that have been said, but I thought I would point it out that sometimes we see that transition in color. But one of the more mythical mysteries to some of it, Sean, is the footprints that lead to nowhere.
Okay.
I mean, it does take one's mind and puts it into a different perspective, a place of thought. What are your thoughts on that? Yeah, because I used to have really great conversations with you, and your input, and I'm not interviewing you here. I'm just saying, what is your input of thought there? Isn't that one of the most odd things? Is it like, are we breaking a fragment of a dimension, or are they coming into ours? Does our mind somehow, in thought of the relaxation of the forest and the wood spirits and all this, the goodness that we think of, allows us to break through something momentarily?
Right. I'm right there with you. I feel this. I believe that we are making what is it? We're making more avenues toward. It just seems like everything is opening up and we're all together. Do you know what I mean? Everything's just coming into one big circle.
It's like consciousness of one in a way that everybody theorizes around, maybe.
Exactly. Hey, what are you doing January 2nd, dude?
Oh, I've been real busy doing everything, and I haven't really been in the spotlights doing this. But I don't have any plans that I recollect to do. Is there something you need?
Yeah. Would you like to be a guest on my show on January 2nd?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, great.
Add me in. Is it still 8:00 or 8:10?
It's 8:10, but I'm only on for an hour now. on this one,
And,
and then I'll
okay.
do another on Sundays. Um,
Is that
but
what day of the week is that? That's what, a Tuesday?
it's Tuesday. Yeah, they're Tuesday nights.
Yeah,
Um,
I could confirm to do something like that with you.
Sweet.
We can bring up a bunch of study things, or what kind of topic do you want to lead into? What is the public now demanding that I've been missing on?
Bigfoot, UFOs, aliens, ghosts, just the continuation of everything.
Oh, it's everything that's in my yeah,
Everything that's in your brain, dude.
brewing. Yeah, it never stops brewing because we have to look into the factual informations and data that we have, and too many people cannot be wrong about everything.
Right,
I think in theory though, there's some people trying to be helpful and maybe with not the best intentions of motivating us in the best direction.
right,
But at the same time, we do know that we have good people in the fight to figure out many aspects of what we're talking about, because it's the whole strangeness of the paranormal of so many things. But yeah, you have like Jeff Meldrum and Ketchum and oh my God, people that you and I had on as guests and so forth. That we know that there's voice phenomena when it comes to Bigfoot, and then your experience of over the many years of the paranormal and things that you
yeah,
caught. One of the most impressive pictures that should be viral all over the internet of that shadow person that you caught right there in the middle of the road that night.
yep,
We have positive proofs of so much,
right.
and people do accept it, but
Hmm.
I don't think that they're accepting it totally on the level that they're opening themselves up to be able to. But so here we are, trying to put functions of facts together. You and so many are coming out with books. They're regurgitating information of the wash, rinse, repeat regurgitation. But the point is, they're putting a different narrative of swinging on it, like Maximin does, and he's been very good and able to do that. Between voodoo and his ufology and everything. And again, people that we've had that I was blessed to be able to sit with you and be able to talk to them about them and how they theorize around things. And
Right.
it teaches us all. It teaches us all. And
Yes.
it's a pleasure to be able to talk about it. So thank you for inviting me in. I'll definitely do that with you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'll just get a show of, bring you on a couple times and then we can talk because, and I'm going to be straight out and honest with you. I've learned so much from you, Mike. I've learned so much from what you have by just listening to you, and what you taught me. And to me, that means a lot because I'll be honest with you, if it wasn't for you helping me out and learning different kinds of stuff, I don't think I'd be doing this radio show, to be honest with you. I needed to tell you that. I needed to tell you that.
Well, I thank you for that. I don't think I deserve all of it because you sat there without me for many, many shows. But again, not to get into that, it's just
Right.
sometimes and we do our different things and so forth. But with winter coming up, and anytime you want me to come on, I'd be glad to. I don't know if I'll be as strong of a voice as what you've had on, but I will definitely throw my 2 cents into that cup that's starting to fill for you
Yeah.
with all the educational parts.
Yes.
Again, it's
Thank you.
just I like the magnificence of information. Who thinks in their life that their best education is going to come in their 40s or 50s or 60s. I mean, honestly, I've been doing this
True.
since I was 13, almost 13 years old.
Right.
Leonard Nimoy and the opening of the fragment of that. What's this all paranormal about? And I think all of us have been intrigued by all of it, and that's been the door opener to us. So look at all the magnificent work that people have done. I'm just the voice. There's people way above me. There's some below me, but there's most people are above Michael. No doubt about that. But I think the best messages of information, when you allow a program to be able to resource that back to the public, that's the only thing we can do, because no matter what we talk about, Sean, I think we come back to the place, and this was not mentioned by anybody in particular, but there's always more questions and answers.
Right.
No matter how much we have answered, there's more questions due to
Yeah.
suppressions and different scenarios, or do not enter. Like when, a lot of people theorized about Bigfoot and they were hitting the caves, suddenly there were laws passed that you could no longer go into caves. Now,
Right.
Pennsylvania has over 1,000 caves, and not only that, networks of other somewhat caves that all, in theory, that we understand, all connect in some way.
Right.
Do not go in them by order of law, unfortunately. I mean, no matter where we go, what we do, it seems to be a narrative to shut us down. And that's
Right.
why I think I like to study, because there's so many. I mean, do you realize there's thousands of reports of sightings of
Yes.
phenomena that are just worldwide, and these people are not nuts. They're not nuts. They have credible. And what I find credible is when you can match up certain scenarios of information that blend,
Mhm.
and I believe that. And, for me, I have had my own encounter, and it was factually true. And I
Right.
hope to have more. I hope they're all safe.
But listen, dude, we got to cut this short because I'm only on for an hour now, so I kind of like gotta
Well, thanks for
close
letting me
up.
come on. I'll definitely be there. Thank you. And
Yes.
just hit me up with where you like to go or what you like to talk to, and I'll
Okay.
bring some power. And but remember, it's your format, it's your show. It'll be fun for the both of us.
Yes, it would. Good to see you again, brother.
All right, you have a happy new year, and happy new year, everybody out there, man.
Yeah.
Please share the show and all your networking and all your social media platforms for Sean, and on your news feeds and Facebook. Help him grow. Help him grow.
All right, brother. Good
All
night.
right, talk to you.
Bye. So we are definitely going to have my friend Michael Anthony back on the show next week. We'll talk a little bit more. Like I told everybody real quick, I'm telling you, he taught me a lot, and there's so much for me to learn. But I can listen to him all night talk. You know what I mean? But listen, it is getting close to the witching hour, and I do have to get going. So we have another show coming on at 9:10. It's a brand new show, so if you want to check it out, enjoy it. Um, Feel free to stick around and listen to the new show. I just want to wish everybody another Merry Christmas, okay? And I will see you next week on New Year's Eve, okay? So, children, if you can, please go to your parents and give them a hug. And parents, please give your children a hug and tell them that you love them. And if you do not have no parents, and if you have no children, I'm glad you're looking forward to sending. Make sure you bring your daughter and your husband along too to listen to the show. And if you don't have no children or parents, find somebody, give them a hug, and tell them that you love them. Because those 3 words, I love you, go a long way. And on that note, thank you for listening. Happy hunting, and I will see you all on Sunday. Good night.